As a man, I'm about to tell you something that most guys would absolutely hate me for revealing. If you ask a guy what makes him treat a woman with deep respect, commitment, and effort, he'll probably give you a generic, politically correct answer. He'll say, "Oh, I just want someone sweet, someone funny, someone I have chemistry with." He's lying. Well, not intentionally, but he's giving you the answer he thinks sounds good. Here is the cold, hard reality from behind enemy lines. We do not treat you based on how much we like you. We treat you based on how you frame your own emotional gravity within the first few chapters of meeting us. Most relationship advice tells you to play hard to get, or to wait exactly 23 minutes before texting back, or to practice some bizarre psychological gymnastics. But let's be honest, it's exhausting, and frankly, we can smell the strategy from a mile away. Today, we are throwing all of that out the window. I'm going to introduce you to a concept called the mirroring detachment. It is a single psychological shift that you only have to execute once to completely reset the power dynamic. It doesn't require you to be mean, it doesn't require you to play games, and it definitely doesn't involve blocking him. But the moment you do it, a silent alarm goes off in a man's subconscious brain chemistry. It instantly forces him to realize that your attention is a premium leased asset, not a permanent free trial. By the time this video ends, you will know the exact conversational pivot point that stops a man from treating you like a casual option and upgrades you to an absolute priority. The psychology, the subconscious power dynamic. To understand why men suddenly switch from texting you every 5 minutes to taking 3 days to reply, we have to look at how the male brain reads energy. We men like to think we are highly logical creatures. We aren't. We are incredibly instinctual, especially when it comes to the hunt. In every dating dynamic, there is an invisible psychological thermostat. And here's the secret. Human beings naturally practice what biologists call neurobiological mirroring. Subconsciously, we are always trying to figure out who is setting the temperature in the room and who is just reacting to it. Let me paint a picture you might find painfully familiar. A guy enters your life. He's attentive, he's funny, he's sending you good morning texts that look like mini novels. Naturally, your emotional thermostat starts adjusting to his climate. You feel amazing. But then, a week later, he has a busy day at work. His texts become short. He uses a period instead of an exclamation mark. The horror. What happens to your emotional gravity in that exact moment? For 99% of women, their internal state immediately matches his drop in energy. They either overcompensate by texting more to fix it, or they go into a state of silent anxiety, staring at the phone, waiting for his validation to make them feel good again. Here's what the man's subconscious registers when that happens. Excellent. I control the gravity here. Her mood, her joy, and her focus fluctuate based on what I choose to give her. The moment a man realizes he has absolute emotional certainty over you, the moment he realizes your light dims just because he stepped out of the room for a second, his primal urge to pursue completely shuts down. Why? Because you don't spend energy hunting something you've already captured and locked in a cage. When a man feels he holds 100% of the power dynamic, he stops trying. He starts giving the bare minimum, assuming you'll just be there waiting. To change how he treats you, you have to break his ability to predict your emotional gravity. And that brings us to the pivot point. The pivot point, the mirroring detachment revealed. So, how do we break this cycle without looking like a dramatic villain in a reality TV show? You do it through the mirroring detachment. This action takes place the very first time he delivers what I call an emotional dip. He's a bit brief over text, he takes a few hours longer to reply, or he seems slightly distracted during a conversation. Now, the old habit would be to mirror his coldness with passive-aggressive energy, or to text him, "Is everything okay?" Instead, you are going to do something completely counterintuitive. You are going to maintain a completely steady, high-vibe, independent frequency. You are going to prove that your emotional world keeps spinning at a magnificent pace, whether he is actively cheering you on or completely silent. Let's look at a concrete example. Say he's been emotionally distant or quiet all afternoon, and he finally sends a lazy, low-effort text at 7:30 p.m. "Hey, super crazy day, just getting around to relaxing." Most women will either reply instantly with, "Oh no, what happened? Are you okay?" Or they will wait exactly 5 hours and reply with a dry, aggressive "K." Both of those responses tell him the exact same thing. You've been thinking about me all day. Instead, you are going to use the radiant autonomy script. You reply with high warmth, absolute brevity, and zero resentment, proving your focus is entirely elsewhere. You text back, "Hey, hope it went well. I'm actually just heading out to catch up with a friend / finish up this incredible project I'm working on. Let's chat soon." Look at what you just did there. Let's break down the psychological anatomy of that text from a man's perspective. First, you didn't punish him. You were sweet and warm. This completely disarms him because men are always braced for a woman to get upset when they pull away. When you aren't upset, his psychological defense mechanisms drop. Second, you didn't match his low energy. You brought high energy, but you immediately directed that energy away from him and toward your own life. When a man reads that, his brain goes through 3 distinct phases of disorientation. Phase 1, shock. He expected you to be waiting by the phone. Phase 2, curiosity. What friend? What project? Why is she so happy without me? Phase 3, the gravity shift. He suddenly realizes that his absence didn't dim your light at all. Your emotional thermostat is completely self-regulated. By executing this exactly once, you snap him out of his complacency. His brain instantly recategorizes you from a guaranteed asset to a rare independent entity that he has to actively work to keep up with. The deep dive, the 3 structural changes. Now, what actually happens inside a man's mind over the next 48 hours after you pull off this shift? He doesn't just think, oh, she's busy. His entire subconscious framework for how he perceives you undergoes a radical realignment. Let's break down the 3 permanent behavioral upgrades you are going to witness from him. First, the conversation quality skyrockets. Before you executed this reset, he felt he could maintain your interest with lazy, low-effort small talk. You know the type. Hey, how's your day? Followed 6 hours later by, cool, glad to hear. It's the conversational equivalent of eating cardboard. But the moment he realizes you have a vibrant, self-sustaining world that doesn't pause for him, his lazy habits vanish. He realizes that if he wants a slice of your focus, he has to bring something interesting to the table. Suddenly, those low-effort check-ins turn into thoughtful questions, phone calls, and actual date proposals. He stops trying to pass the time and starts trying to win your time. Second, you will see the respect calibration. In male psychology, deep respect is strictly reserved for things that cannot be easily shaken. If a man can wave his hand and completely alter your emotional state, he might like you, he might find you attractive, but he does not respect your emotional maturity. By showing him, just once, that your peace of mind is an immovable fortress, you pass a crucial psychological vetting test. He learns that if he acts flaky, distant, or inconsistent, it won't break your heart. It will simply cause you to gracefully pivot your attention away from him. That realization terrifies a man who genuinely values you. Third, the anchor reversal occurs. Instead of you trying to anchor your life to his schedule, the roles flip completely. Because human nature dictates that we pursue what moves away from us, his brain triggers a subconscious urge to secure his spot in your world. He starts tracking your schedule, checking in to see when you're free, and actively trying to fit himself into your life. The golden execution, playful versus combative. Now, I need to issue a massive warning here, because this is where 90% of relationship advice fails, and it's where a lot of well-meaning women accidentally destroy their dating life. There is a razor-thin line between the mirroring detachment and being toxic, petty, or combative. If you execute this with a cold, angry, or passive-aggressive tone, you aren't showing independence, you're showing resentment. If he texts you late and you reply with, "You took all day to reply, so I'm busy now," or if you give him the frozen silent treatment, you have lost the game. Why? Because anger is just a loud way of screaming, "Look how much power you have over my feelings." Men can sense resentment from a mile away, and it instantly triggers our defensiveness. It makes a guy think, wow, she's dramatic, I'm out. The secret sauce to making this work flawlessly is a concept I want you to memorize. High standards, high warmth. Think of it like delivering a challenge with a playful smirk. You aren't punishing him for being distant, you are genuinely just enjoying your life. Let's look at the difference in person. If you're out on a date and he makes a slightly arrogant comment or treats the conversation casually, the combative response is to snap at him or roll your eyes heavily. The high warmth, high challenge response, you lean back, look him dead in the eye with a playful smile and say, I don't know about that. I think you're way too smart to actually believe that. Try again. Do you see the magic there? You are holding him to a higher standard, but you are handing him the opportunity to climb up to meet you. You are dangling the carrot of your validation just an inch out of reach, forcing him to stretch his character to reach it. If you found this look inside the male psyche helpful, hit that like button and drop a comment below telling me about a time you chose your own peace over chasing a guy. I want to see how quickly his attitude changed. Don't forget to subscribe to Brainy Facts for more unfiltered, psychological breakdowns of what men actually think but will never tell you. I'm your narrator, and I'll see you in the next video.